We welcome Demetrius Houston into our halftime show at the break. Welcome, second time. Well, it's your second year, so
Yep.
Second time to do this.
Yep, pleasure to be here.
Things have changed for you and your wife a little,
Just a little bit.
You had a baby this summer, late this summer. How is fatherhood?
It's great, and me and my wife is just trying to enjoy every little step. It's just every chance we get to hold them, everything, just every day, just trying to enjoy it.
You know, I was kidding you the other day. That baby is going to be more exposed to basketball than any other child at his age.
Oh yeah.
And so is that a fact? Is it going to end up like that?
For sure.
Right.
I mean, he's been in the gym. Ever since he's been in the womb, pretty much. So he's accustomed to the horns, the whistles, the ball bouncing, shoes squeaking, all that stuff.
Yeah.
So like at the game, he'd be asleep because he's just so used to it. And
He can sleep through all that?
I guess it's soothing to him. That's all he knows pretty much. So
Okay. And speaking of Ariel, your wife, she's helping out, I think, with both teams, really, right?
Yeah.
Tell me, what's her role been this year?
Well, she started off, I guess, it's pretty much being my assistant.
Okay.
I'll say. But
Personal agent?
Yeah. So, she does the social media for us. She uploads, like, the pictures. She does, like, the TikToks for us. And then she just slowly, gradually transitioned to a volunteer assistant pretty much for, like, the women's. Just pretty much, she started off as just, like, kind of like a consultant for them, just rebounding for like some of the girls and things like that. And then she just found her way back into it on the sidelines.
Because she was a great player back in the day, right? She played at Missouri St. Louis. No, Missouri St. Louis, right?
Yeah. She started off at Johnson County, and then she moved on to Missouri St. Louis.
Right.
So, she was a pretty good player back in her day. So.
Right. Well, I'll tell you what. You leave, and we'll go get her. Just kidding. Well, let's talk about you a little bit. Your second year, have your responsibilities expanded a little bit since last year?
I would guess probably get more range this year, just being more comfortable in my role and what I do each and every day. So I wouldn't say it like changed. I would say just it's probably expanded just a little bit more.
Right. You know, I've noticed when I've been at a couple of practices or walkthroughs, probably more frequently, but Jeremy Esri allows you to do some stuff on your own and gives you a chance to actually do some, up close and personal teaching. Is that kind of where you're headed, or you want to do like your own thing at some point, be a head coach, something like that?
I'm not really sure at this juncture, but I'm getting more comfortable just finding like my own voice and like my own place. And he's giving me a great deal of responsibility, being able to do like the workouts, the weight room, doing individuals and stuff like that. Just giving me space, just kind of operate and do like my own thing. And I think that's pretty helpful for me, just allowing me to find myself.
What's kind of your philosophy on that? Because it used to be the old school Bobby Knight types, and then it got to be the kind of the Rick Pitino feel good types, and you can go on and on down that list. What's kind of your philosophy on working with players?
I guess I would just say just allowing them to be themselves. Just kind of how I wanted to play. And that's kind of how Coach Esri coached me as well. Just let me play. Just let me go out there. He'll give me some structure. It's pretty much how he does with me right now. Just give me some structure, some guidelines and stuff of what to do, but pretty much just give me free range and just let me do what I want to do. And that's kind of like my coaching philosophy as well. Just allow them to do whatever. Not whatever, but allow them to be themselves. Just paint their own canvas, pretty much.
Right. And you were here, I think, for 1 year when Jeremy was head coach. His first year, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And of course, he was an assistant for 3 years. So you were around him those 2 years. Yeah. What were you like as a player during those days?
Well, I would say I was probably the hardest worker.
Were you really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say that by far. Just come from like where I came from and how I came up. That was just how I ended up here, just working hard, just being the first one in the gym, last one to leave, trying to win every sprint, trying to get up extra shots, just doing like the small things, just being detailed, watching film, just doing all the small things, just trying to get a step ahead. So that's pretty much how.
Right. So you mentioned where you came from and how you kind of grew up. Can you tell us about that?
Well, I came from Birmingham, Alabama, obviously. And I grew up in Birmingham, born and raised. So when I came up, it was just, I had my parents, my sisters, my brother.
Mm-hmm.
We all came up together. We came up, nice family, nice home, things like that. But nothing was given to us. Our parents, they made sure we had everything. And they made sure that we never wanted for anything, but we had to work for it.
Right.
We had to go out. We had to, put in the work. We had to go work out and get up shots, lift weights, run, do all this, all the things that, basketball players and athletes, should be doing. School work. They made sure we stay on our grades, things like that. And, ended up well for us.
Right.
I got three degrees later. So
you have 3 degrees.
3.
What are your degrees in?
Well, I have my associate arts from North Central, and then moved on to Quincy and got my bachelor's in business management,
Okay.
and then I went to England and got my master's in management as well.
Is
So,
that right? Okay,
yeah.
okay. So after North Central, you ended up playing for Quincy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What were your years like there?
Well, they were, they were solid. They were, I would say, building years for me. We didn't win a lot, but I did build some relationships there that lasted me a lifetime. So it was great aspects of that. I got to learn a lot on and off the floor as well. So I still follow Quincy a lot because it was a great place for me. I got to experience GLVC basketball. I got to meet my wife,
Right.
things like that. So I always grateful for my time at Quincy. So.
Well, I know that Quincy is, like you said, in the GLBC. So is UMSL. Did you guys meet at a basketball game that you were both participating in?
Yeah, we met actually January 20th, 2018.
Okay.
And UMSL came to Quincy, and we played against them in a doubleheader
Right.
with the women's and the men's, and that's how we kind of met.
So I'm trying to figure this out because, okay, so she's playing in her game, you play later in your game.
Yeah.
At what point did you run across each other?
Well, the funny thing is, I saw her play, and I saw her how she operated, and she didn't operate like a normal hooper. So I thought to myself, like, wow, she's really, really good. So,
Right.
and she also looked good as well. So
Wow,
I pointed that out.
no question about that.
So afterwards, I just looked up the roster, found her name, and then I found her on Instagram, and
Nice.
went to work from there.
Yeah, okay, so this is sounding a little bit like that movie Love and Basketball. Is it anything like that?
Yeah, kinda. A lot of people relate that to us just because we both play
Right.
basketball and we fell in love.
Demetrius, thank you so much for spending some time with us.
Yes, sir.
And we'll be back with more in just a moment.